4 weeks ago, I visited Hiroshima and was once again confronted with the horrors of nuclear war. We must remember that at this very moment still, all too many nuclear warheads are on high alert, and we have not eliminated risks of nuclear conflicts by mistake. First of all, therefore, we need to rebuild confidence and scale back these risks. Excellencies, we must, here in the United Nations, here in this very hall, make an extraordinary effort to break all the vicious circles. We must act in accordance with the agreed understanding behind the 2030 Agenda by recognizing the strong linkages between development, peace and security, and respect for human rights, and take specific actions to make progress in each of these areas. This will be the central focus of the 70th session of the General Assembly and my presidency here. I will offer my strong support to new ideas how to strengthen the global peace and security, from the role of women to conflict prevention, mediation and settlement, from the UN's peace operations to the overall peace-building architecture and Security Council reform. It is my sincere hope that the UN will develop a more direct role in reconciliation and peace building, including in conflicts where we have failed until now, and that we will move forward in our common efforts to prevent vicious radicalization and fight the evil of terrorism. With parties living up to their promises, the nuclear agreement between Iran and the 5 permanent members of the Security Council, Germany and the European Union, can be a very important contribution to avoiding nuclear proliferation. Impatiently, we await the day when major and regional powers also join forces to stop the senseless and horrifying bloodshed in and around Syria, and in doing so, address the root causes of the refugee crisis. I am sure we all wish that this day comes very soon and want to contribute to such an outcome the most we are able to. I am sure that Member States, building on our great 2030 agenda, will increase efforts to make human rights a reality for all people without discrimination, from fundamental rights such as safe access to food, clean water, quality health and education services and decent work, to civil and political rights such as freedom of expression and association, from the rights of migrants and indigenous peoples to those of women, children and persons with disabilities. We must also advance efforts to strengthen good governance and the rule of law. As President of the General Assembly, I will support Member States in their ambitions for revitalization and reform, including a new, more transparent process for selection of the next Secretary General. Excellencies, this 70th anniversary of the United Nations must be a defining year to confirm and invigorate the universal values that we, the peoples, agreed upon in the Charter. No one shall be left behind, because as the Norwegian author Nordahl Grieg wrote, "Noble is mankind, earth is rich. If there is need and hunger, it's by deceit." I thank you. Before giving the floor to the first speaker for this morning, I would like to remind members that the list of speakers for the general debate has been established on agreed basis, that statements should be no longer than 15 minutes to enable all the speakers to be heard at a given meeting. Within this time frame, I would like to appeal to speakers to deliver their statements at a reasonable pace so that interpretation in the 6 official United Nations languages may be provided properly. I would also like to draw your attention to the decision taken by the General Assembly at previous sessions, namely that the practice of expressing congratulations inside the Assembly Hall after a speech has been delivered is strongly discouraged. In this connection, after delivering their statements, speakers are invited to exit the General Assembly Hall through room GA200 located here behind the podium before returning to their seats. May I take it that the General Assembly agrees to proceed in the same manner during the general debate of the 70th session? It's so decided. Finally, I should like to draw the attention of members that during the general debate, official photographs of all the speakers are taken by the Department of Public Information. Members interested in obtaining these photographs are requested to contact the Photo Library of the United Nations. The Assembly will now hear an address by Her Excellency Dilma Rousseff, President of the Federal Republic of Brazil, and I request the protocol to escort Her Excellency.